But today, with only 6 toting different weights, we have a field that's older, stronger, and faster. But the pace will be slower, and jockey strategy will mean so much more in a contest where many of the factors favor Cigar, who has the best possible post position, the best recent form, and with the absence of any other early speed, Jim, it's going to be a challenge for Concern and the other closers in this race.
No question about that. Well, right now, why don't we consider the remarkable histories of these 2 thoroughbreds? Cigar has had 2 distinct careers, one on the grass, where he was a competitor but not a star, the other on the dirt, where he's done nothing but win. Owner Alan Paulson, the Iowa farm boy turned aircraft mogul, is delighted at the turn of events engineered by trainer Bill Mott. In the Don Handicap, Cigar showed his newfound love of dirt, breezing home by 5.5 lengths. Even trainer Mott has been surprised.
Rarely, I think, do we ever find that big a turnaround when we take a horse from the turf and put him on the main course.
Cigar has met Concern only once in the Oaklawn Handicap, and Cigar was the easy winner. Concern's late rally left him out of the picture, so Cigar is the favorite. Will he be Horse of the Year?
Through the first week of May, he's probably the Horse of the Year, but there's a lot more to come.
Which is not to suggest that Concern should be neglected in the betting today. His daddy, Broad Brush, also Maryland-bred, was 3rd in the Derby and the Preakness and last year's leading sire. And this was Concern's greatest win, last fall's $3 million Breeders' Cup Classic, which had to be owner Bob Meyerhoff's greatest thrill.
Of course, a great thrill for Concern to win the Breeders' Cup, but also to have Broad Brush being the leading sire in the United States. It's the first time a Maryland-bred horse has ever achieved that. And of course, we're very conscious of Maryland-bred and Maryland racing, and we feel you can raise a horse in Maryland just as well as Kentucky, maybe even better.
So it's a friendly Maryland family feud today. The Meyerhoffs against the Ponzas as far as the breeding is concerned. Concern against Cigar. Here's Charles E. Canning, and Charles E. Dave touched on the idea that the pace is going to be vital here today.
Well, it's a short field, Jim, and it's short on speed. Cigar is pretty much it. But Cigar has shown the versatility of going to the front or taking back. But today he's likely to be lonely on the lead from that #1 post, and there may be no catching him. But favorites have not fared well in the modern day, and if Cigar is pressed early, it will be by devil his due.
All right. The horses are now loading, and there are only 6 of them, so as you take a final look at the odds, 2-5 on Cigar, 3-1 on Concern, let's go up to Dave Johnson.
Dixie Hero moving in. His jockey, Edgar Prado, already has had 3 winners today, and Dave Penna guides Kissin' Chris into line, ready for the start. Mile and 3/16, fast track. And they're off. And Frugal Doc got squeezed just a bit at the start there. On the outside, Devil Is Due takes the early lead. Middle of the racetrack, it's Dixie Hero, but along the inside now Cigar scoots up. The pace is slow early. Cigar with Jerry Bailey leads them to the first turn by a length and 3/4. And Devil Is Due closer up than usual. Maybe the jockey, Wigberto Ramos, sensing that slow pace, takes a shot, moves up into the 2nd spot. Frugal Doc with the blinkers down on the rail is racing 3rd. And alongside, Dixie Hero is 4th and gaining a bit. Concern is 5th at this point, 8.5 from the lead. The trailer is Kissin' Chris as they move on to the backstretch. The first quarter, a slow 24-1. And Cigar has the lead, being stalked by Devil Is Due on the outside, just a length behind the leader. Then it's a gap of 3 to Dixie Hero, who's in 3rd. Away from the rail in the checkered colors, Concern is 4th at this point. Frugal Doc, the veteran 8-year-old, is 2nd last, and Kissin' Chris at the back of the pack. They passed the half-mile pole, and a half-mile time, a lazy 48 seconds, and Cigar has it all his own way. In front now by a length and 1/4, and Devil Is Due is right there in the 2nd spot. 2 back out. Here comes Concern up on the outside, gaining ground in 3rd. Dixie Hero is 4th. 4 lengths farther back, it's Kissin' Chris and Frugal Doc. As they turn for home, the question is, can anybody catch Cigar? As he drives out now to a 3-length advantage. Concern is flying. Devil Is Due toward the inside. And down the stretch they come. Cigar with Jerry Bailey going easily on the front end. He's in front by 3.5. Devil Is Due not gaining. Cigar smoking through the stretch. Takes it by 2 lengths. Alan Paulson, the owner of Cigar Jerry Bailey, a beautiful ride, slowing down the fractions as much as he could, 3/4 in 1:11 and 2. And Cigar wins it. The final time, 1 minute, 53 3/5 seconds. The 4th fastest time ever in the Pimlico Special. We'll be back with our coverage on Wide World of Sports after these messages.
Well, there is the winner, number 1, Cigar, winner of the Pimlico Special and $300,000. $2 bettors didn't get rich anywhere here. Cigar, $2.80, $2.20, and $2.10. Devil His Due, $3.20 and $2.10. Concern, $2.10. The Exacta paid only $8, and the Triple paid $12.80. Well, Cigar got exactly the pace that he wanted, 24 for the quarter, 48 for the half. They kept Concern a little closer to the pace to try to compensate for that, but it didn't work out. But let's look at this again, Charlesy.
Well, as we said, this is Cigar breaking from the inside. He breaks well. He's free of trouble. And Devil His Due looms up there in the noseband. He's going to try to put a little pressure on early, but Cigar is just off and going like a big machine. He runs these steady fractions, 24 and 1, 48. Then he runs the next quarter in 23 and 3. He does it all the way. Now, Devil His Due at this point on the far turn has been trying rather hopelessly to catch Cigar, and all he does is exert some pressure. But Jerry Bailey is still just sitting cool. Look at Jerry Bailey's hands. He hasn't really moved. He hasn't really hustled this horse at all. Cigar is basically doing this on his own. Devil His Due under a drive, Concern, compromised by the slow early fractions. And here comes Cigar winning his 7th in a row and at his 4th different racetrack. This horse is not only talented, but he's very steady. And believe me, I'm not sure we've seen the best of him yet, Jim.
I'm sure you're probably right. Could be the horse of the year that you're looking at right there. But there's a long way to go before the Breeders' Cup at the end of the season. A great day also for the Pons family of Country Life Farm here in Maryland, where the horse was bred. Pons is the oldest continuous family breeding farm in Maryland. Goes way back to Adolph Pons, the grandfather, who was the farm manager for August Belmont when he had the famous Bel Air stud here. So it's a big day for them, and of course a big day for owner Alan Paulson and for the rider Jerry Bailey. I was talking to Mike Smith a little bit earlier, Charlesy, and I asked him, I said, can you rate Concern, keep a little closer to the pace? He said, I can do it, but he said, if I do, I'm afraid he won't have his run, and that's what happened. Let's go up to Dave.
Well, let's take a look at the stretch drive from a different angle as Cigar just keeps getting better. Cigars and pipes are banned at Pimlico, but they made an exception this afternoon as this horse blew smoke in the face of the others, and here he comes down through the stretch. Must bring a huge smile to the face of Alan Paulson, who won this race with Blushing John back in 1990. And there's Alan Paulson watching the race. I mean, the horse was odds on the tote board, but they still have to go the mile in 3/16. And yes, Mr. Paulson, you can go to the winner's circle. Cigar wins his 5th of 1995, undefeated this year.
I'm getting it over here. That's where America is. It's just me over here.
Oh, right.
Congratulations, and to you, Jerry Bailey. Kind of an easy ride today?
Yeah, I really appreciate riding this horse because I don't do a lot of work on him. He's quite the best I've ever been on.
What's going to be next, do you know, Mr. Paulson?
Well, yes, ask Billy Mott that. It depends how he comes out of this one, but looks like he didn't overextend himself. And
Horse of the year?
well, I hope so. He's going the right direction.
Okay. Congratulations to you both again. We're going to take a look now at the final order of finish. Fairly simple in this 6-horse field. Here they are: Cigar, Devil His Due, Concern, Kissin' Chris, Dixie Hero, Frugal Doc. Now we understand this is Julie Moran's last show on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Everybody's going to miss you at ABC Sports, Julie, as you carry on your career to entertainment tonight. Back to you.